Oh, here we go. Ready? All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Albie, it's a late start for us, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. If you're watching live on Patreon, thank you so much. We just got pushed way behind. I did a Howie card today down in the studio. So didn't get back till past 7, and then it was taco night for the kid. Then we got 1,000 things to do, and then Alice had 1,000 more things to do, and then it's been a day. But we're happy to do the show right now, and so I want to tell you about a little bit of magic that happened today, Albie.
Okay.
You don't know this, but this is magic. The space-time continuum. So I'm doing the Howie Carr show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. is on Newsmax.
Mm-hmm. I recorded it for you.
Did you? Good. And so
not Newsmax.
I'm sorry.
C-SPAN
2. Yeah, C-SPAN 2, which is the big C-SPAN. Most people go right to 2. Most people don't realize that there's an original one too, which is for losers. C-SPAN 2 is where I was. So I'm doing the show. Had a fun show. We talked all about the dog situation in West Newbury, where there hasn't been a comment for like 24 hours, so I assume they've shut them off or something. But it was a good topic. I thought it was a great topic, and I knew the people would be passionate, and people yelled at me, and they're angry. One person called me a Democrat. He said, "You're a damn Democrat." Because I didn't like the guy that being ratted out, and somebody said, "Well, you know, if somebody has 4 dogs, you can't control them. If the dogs maul somebody or some animal, you can't."
I mean, it's true. He shouldn't have had 4 dogs off.
Sure. But
the rat behavior is still rat behavior.
Yeah, but at the same time, too, if you have 4 mauling dogs, then don't let them off. Or if you have 4 dogs that are terrible, and I was reading in the thread that there are some people's dog got mauled by Rottweilers. There's a lot of jerk dog owners. Also, people in the thread saying next time call the cops right away. Call the cops right away, and make sure you give them their license plate. So you're going to call the cops on this guy for having 4 dogs running around in the woods, while a guy who's not got a dog with him rats him out just because it's against the rules.
He said he did call the cops too.
Yeah, he did.
They're running the plate.
Yeah, that's great. There you go. Yeah, you showed him.
Mm-hmm.
Running the plate. So anyway, we did the topic, and I liked it. It was fun. I had a couple of guests on today. AJ Rice is always good. Oh, sorry. God, sorry. It's been a long day. And Sap. Featherston was on. Among other things, in Maine, there's Janet Mills sent out checks to everybody in Maine, because it's an election year and she wanted to win the U.S. Senate. And the Maine wire got a hold of at least one that was sent to a dead person, not shockingly. And so that was the main stuff there. There's also this great quote that
I heard this though. I thought you were going to reveal something special that happened.
I am. I was just letting people. Okay, so
I listened to the Howie show, so I don't need you to repeat the things that you said on it.
So then,
no offense.
Wow,
no offense.
How did you get so tough? So then, I got a couple of texts from people who saw me on C-SPAN too. So which was a little surprising to me.
Yeah, your cousin sent it to you that you were on in her gym, which I don't know which gym has C-SPAN 2 on, on the television, but
I'm about to tell you. So my cousin Kara, is down in North Carolina, and she sends the picture of me. I got a couple of these pictures from different places. People watch C-SPAN too, apparently. Picture of me on the TV at her gym, and it says, I see Tom on C-SPAN right now. C-SPAN 2 at the YMCA. So they're forcing people to watch C-SPAN 2 at the YMCA. I say, very cool. Somebody, I don't think it was her. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Kara says, my cousin Kara says, quit looking at your phone. So she's watching me read my phone so they can see what I'm doing the whole time. To which time I wave to her and she waves back. Then I text her, I assume the women doing Pilates are swooning. Explain to them I'm just a human being. She says, I'll try my best, wink. And I said, then I get an idea. I said, is there volume? And she said, no, but closed caption. So I say, what's the name and location of the gym? And she said, Jamestown, North Carolina.
Okay.
And I said, YMCA.
Oh, is that why you mentioned Jamestown on Howie?
Thank you, Alice.
Oh.
And she said, YMCA. And then she says, yes. So then that's why I did this. Oh, sorry. Tranquil place. My tranquil place. I have two tranquil places in my life. There is the Mill Pond Reservation and the YMCA in Jamestown, North Carolina, which is a tranquil place with nice people and beautiful people, which I could use more of, by the way. Jared, do you work out?
I do not. No.
Okay. You are on the same...
I will walk around my neighborhood, but that's like as much working out as I do.
Yes. You're on the same workout plan I have.
Yes.
If I was in Jamestown...
As I scarf down chocolate pudding. Yes.
Correct. If I was in... Which is, I think, carb-free, though.
Oh, yeah, yes. Absolutely.
If I was in Jamestown at the YMCA, I'd be a happy person and a thinner person because there's beautiful people around. That's the problem with where I live, is there's no pressure. There's no pressure there because everybody is like me. We're just decrepit. It's not as if I lived on Newbury Street in Boston where you got to be on your A game and look great there. Or nice areas of West Hartford or the Jamestown YMCA in North Carolina. This is all I want.
I was so confused.
I just want to get away. Why don't I live in North Carolina? Why don't we live in North Carolina? I mean, not as a gay couple. I'm saying we are married to separate women. I mean, that would make the whole thing would be much more difficult to get done. So anyway, can you imagine being the people at the gym? You have nothing else to watch. You're forced to watch this fat guy on the radio, and suddenly he's glazing, calling out your gym.
Weird circumstance.
Who really has a soft spot for that gym.
I was very confused at the time. I heard that part, and I was like, what is he talking about?
Well, can you imagine being there? If they could have heard me, then I could have gone in a totally different direction. So, anyway, my cousin says, ha, 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 the whole place just went wild. So, so they're in the gym getting this shout out from a show that, as far as they know, maybe is an important show. Yeah, it's a Howie Carr show, so it technically is, but I'm not important. But I thought, isn't that great? And just think, a lot of those people in the gym went home and said, most amazing thing happened today. It's amazing. Now, I was going to go with if I had a visual, but I didn't get the visual. She didn't send me the picture until afterwards. But had she sent me the visual, I was going to say...
Are you supposed to use your time on the Howie Carr show to prank YMCA goers in Jamestown, North Carolina?
It's C-SPAN viewers.
It's it's friendly pranking, but it feels
it's not pranking. So if they could hear me, if the volume was up, which would have been just cruel, but if the volume was up and I could have gotten it in time, I would have claimed that I could see into the gym. Which is my,
I don't think that's how. I don't think Howie Carr would like that.
Which was going to be my bit, that I could see everybody in there. And I was going to say to Jared, this is amazing technology. I've never just been able to focus in on one place. And I see everybody at the gym at the Y in Jamestown. And they look good. Which they would have taken as, wow, the guy on TV just said, I look good. So he would have gone home, or she would have gone home to her family, to her husband, and said, "It's the most amazing thing."
Thinking that people on the TV can see you.
The guy in C-SPAN
looking out.
He, they can see, and he was really complimentary. But they would have.
You're not a person who can be allowed to have access to the radio waves. What is wrong with you?
I mean,
or the TV waves, or whatever we're calling the TV stuff now.
You got to do it, right?
Are you can you act like you've been there before?
What do you mean? No, I was there. It was part of I had already gone through the dog story again and said that that's a place of chaos. I want a tranquil place. It's called a Segu, Alice. I segued right into the tranquil place. And then right out with Jared, me moving down to North Carolina. Come on, that's fan service. Just think how many lives I changed, how many people I made happy, how many people with the Dolly Doldrums I picked up, Alice. And I centered the people in those gyms. I saw them today.
Wow.
I saw them.
Wow, you're magnanimous.
There are people there who will never forget this day. The damnedest thing. Yeah, no, I know that why. Yeah. Do you know what happened? I was there on time, and this dude on TV just totally shouted it out as a tranquil place. It is really tranquil. It's amazing. I'll tell you one thing, C-SPAN. That gym is keeping C-SPAN on that TV. There is no doubt about that. What a day. What a day. It's called changing lives for the better. Alice, we've lost Tim Curry. We've lost Dolly.
I'm sad.
My son just got the news we lost the lead singer of The Village People. He's upset about that. It's been a month. Too bad Alice's camera's not on. This is classic Alice laughing, and now she's losing control. Oh, no.
Everything's fine.
I feel like I've done something really good here.
Great.
So I'm happy about that. I'm happy.
I can tell.
You know?
You're just radiant with joy.
Imagine what happened at that gym. The magical day. One thing I can tell you is that I had a problem first because I didn't know there's a Jamestown gym in New York too. I wasn't sure because I wasn't sure which cousin's number I had on. I wasn't sure it was Kara totally at that moment until I looked back and found out. But I did. So there we go. So if I shouted out Jamestown, New York, that's a waste.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't have been the same effect at all.
Wouldn't have changed lives.
True.
There are people now listening to Dolly Parton smiling right now, Alice, instead of crying.
True. Yep, you really turned everybody's day around.
Watching Home Alone 2. Did you know that Tim Curry was in Home Alone 2? Alice?
I don't find you very funny.
Tim Curry was in Home Alone 2. He was a great actor. That's too bad. I'll miss him. He's just like that look of his. You consider him attractive?
Tim Curry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And why? Because he had harsh looks?
Yeah, the kind of always eyeliner look.
Yeah, all right. All right,
Yeah.
I got no problem with that. I'm not surprised because you get the non-orthodox.
Yeah, I loved Tim Curry. I loved him in Muppet Treasure Island. That's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, I heard Grace and Jared go through this today.
Splash in the chat wants to know how many steps a day you do. Dr. Cheswick has a guess. Do you want to know his guess? He guesses 500.
Yeah, I am down. By the way, I looked at me today on the TV. I'm very fat. I'd lost 4 pounds on Wegovy, and I thought
That's what Splash does. He lost 8 pounds on Wegovy, and now he's got this classic 5-head Farrah Fawcett blowback hair. Vainglorious SOB.
I did notice.
And Dr. Cheswick says he was on C-SPAN, so he may have gotten a blowout.
No, I showered and then went in the car, and the car gave me a perm, is what happened. The car, my brother's car, which I use because I'm a winner in life, is my brother's car. That one has AC. AC. Which is just one of the nice amenities about it. You don't have to worry about AC poisoning in that one, which is always nice in the middle of summer. You know, if uh-oh. I know you're. Hold
Don't.
on.
No.
Hold on.
Go away.
Hold on.
Hold on.
My
what?
brother's car, which I use because I'm a winner in life. I use my brother's car. That one has AC. AC.
What happened?
It disconnected and then reconnected. Don't love that. That one has AC, as I was just saying, which is fabulous. So that one gave me the perm on the way down to the studio, which I was running late to. You know, it's funny because
I realized that belatedly because I put you on at the beginning of the show and you seemed a little like frantic or something.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom.
I thought to look at Life 360 to see when you got there, and it said like that you'd been there since 2:01, and I was like, yeah, that tracked.
Yep, although I didn't get a late start. I don't know. There was just a little bit of traffic, but it was like down to the wire, and they usually call me, and Jared called me and said, how's it going? Which is a way of saying, where the bleep are you? And it was 2:00. And I said, good, I'm just getting off the exit right now. And then,
yeah, I think it was the first commercial break, and you went away in the first commercial break. And that's when I thought, like, oh, he is going to the bathroom, and maybe he was running late. And
why are you thinking this?
Because I was tracking what you were doing.
He'll need to go to the bathroom now. He'll need to go. I think I waited to the bottom to go to the bathroom at 30. I think I waited till 30, but that doesn't really matter. Wow, the show's pretty much over. Anyway, it's funny because I said that I was going to be there in a second. I was going to be on time. I walk into the studio and I hear Jared shout down to Grace, who's at home on her Comrex. Grace, all set now. You can go. So they had no faith that I was actually going to be there. Grace was waiting in the designated survivor seat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. So let me play this audio because you're going to think it's just swell.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Here's CNN. Remember, we had a terrible Tibet flood. Did we have this yesterday when we were here?
No.
Tibet flood is terrible. And CNN tells us why we did.
And let's talk about the cascading hazards that this area is so prone to. We know that this is the monsoon season across Nepal. We know that August is in the height of summer. We've got thousands of glaciers that line the Himalayas across this area. And this part of the world, because of climate change, is warming 2 times faster than the global average. So what that's doing is accelerating the loss of ice from these glaciers. And what that's doing is causing, or at least creating, these glacial lakes in some very precarious...
Now, there's, from everything I've read, there's no correlation between, like, nobody knows, like, this is total horse.
I mean, I also saw on Twitter, and I don't know how true this is or not, because I know nothing about this, but I was also seeing stuff on Twitter that apparently China does a ton of very rapid building in this exact region, that this is like right on the Chinese border, and they had a lot of flooding there too, so they could have been like blasting and stuff also, and partially caused it. So yeah, who friggin' knows? But it's crazy video.
It's crazy. It's absolutely
flooding.
Crazy video. But to suggest that they know that it's climate change, and to suggest, in other words, it's man-made, fuck you. Like, Jesus God, these people suck. They're such cancer. CNN is such cancer. Can you, like, wait for a second? I know you're all giddy about all the deaths in, like, all this, like, this thing. You see now? Now do you see?
Well, and maybe, like, the climate change activist people should, like, take a breath for a second and think about maybe they shouldn't have demonized nuclear power so much.
Well, right.
Now that we're here. But I don't know. It's just, like, they're just against everything on the principle of being against everything. And I saw a tweet today. Somebody's mad because Amazon's buying up solar facilities to make more clean energy. And this person was like, I can't believe they're wasting all this clean energy that the rest of us could be using, and now they're like hogging it. It's like, wait, so they can't friggin' win. They're trying to make a data center that uses clean energy, and now that's a problem for you too. Like, you just hate any progress, any technology, anything good. Nothing good can ever happen for you. Like, you just hate everything.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's worth it for Nepal to have another thing rather than have nuclear. We can't have oligarchs. No, Epstein. Like these people they suck. God, I just wish. The problem is
I do think too, and like I was talking to you about this morning, and I don't know how much you were like paying attention, but there's like all this talk about Social Security and Medicare now.
I stole some of this for the Howie show, actually.
I think I missed when you were talking about this, but and a bunch of places have done a bunch of analysis. Obviously, we've been talking about this at least since, as long as I can remember, at least like 30 years of Social Security going broke and all this stuff. But we're now almost like past the point where we can fix it. We're definitely past the point where we can fix it without a lot of pain on somebody.
Yes.
And like, I think that people are just really unrealistic about the scale of the problem. And I think people are really unrealistic about like what it will take to solve it. And the reason why a lot of people are writing about it is because it triggered this thing. Like, people should be way more worried about this than climate change, for goodness sakes. Climate change is like this amorphous, far off, maybe it causes something thing. And like, this is fundamentally within our control. This is literally a man-caused disaster. We're not doing anything about it. We've known about it for 40 years and refused to do anything about it. And like, there just hasn't been the political will. So part of the thing about this, about the impetus of people writing about this, was the this sort of like shock in the bond market.
Yep.
Where like, the type of people who buy bonds from the United States government are getting spooked that we're not friggin' doing anything to resolve our huge debt problem. And our interest payments on the national debt are now like bigger than anything else we spend money on. And the Social Security.
So a bond is when you lend to the country.
Yes. Or it can be, there's like municipal bonds,
right. So
which is when you lend
to
a city. Right.
Yes.
So, and they're considered.
This is why I buy savings bonds in World War II.
Yeah. So you're loaning money to the government. You make interest on it. It's not super high interest, but it's supposed to be very low risk because the U.S. government pays you back, right?
Yes.
So when bond yields, which is like the interest rate on bonds, go up.
Why would they go up? Who decides that?
It's a market for bond rates.
Okay.
Because, it's so they go up because people have less faith that they're going to be paid back.
Okay.
If you're like your credit card interest rate goes up if you're not very good at paying your credit card bills.
What would that be like?
So yeah, like, and they sort of had like a mini crisis last week, and Scott Bessent had to like go and sort of tamp things down. But the problem is that we're not taking any steps to do anything about what's driving the debt, which is the Social Security and Medicare problem. And like, to put it in context, our entire national debt, including like every war the United States has ever fought and like all the COVID spending, all that stuff, that was all like our entire national debt right now is like $40 trillion.
Right.
So,
which I think the entire yearly budget is $7 trillion, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And
that's not good.
Yeah. But what's more not good is that altogether in the next 30 years, so by the time like I retire, Social Security and Medicare have already scheduled to pay out about $100 trillion more dollars that they are going to owe people over the next 30 years than they're going to collect.
Which is not good.
Yeah. Plus, that means that the national debt is going to keep getting bigger each year. And so the interest on it is going to be more. And the interest, so it's like just this snowball that we could have maybe dealt with 30 years ago. And we're not.
The only way to possibly deal with it now would be jack up income taxes.
Yeah, there's gonna come a day when we're going to have to either stop paying the benefits out or raise taxes on someone.
Right.
And like, there are groups of people that we could like okay, so basically there's no like quote trust fund. That's not a real thing. The trust fund is just them keeping track on paper of how much they've collected versus paid out. Because it all goes into bonds. It's like they don't keep it in a separate bank account or something. They're just like, and the program was designed that way. It was designed to help people who lost everything in the Depression. So it was designed to give money to people immediately who had never paid into it at all.
Right.
Right. So it always from day one used the money that people were paying in now to pay people who were elderly now.
Yes.
Like so your money wasn't going anywhere when you paid it in.
It was going to old people.
Right. And the problem is we now have way more old people than we have young people. And many of them are quite wealthy. Mm-hmm. Over a third of the money. This was Washington.
Fire in the hole, boomers.
The Washington Post did a big analysis of this and has like some great stats and charts. And over a third of the money that we pay out in Social Security benefits goes to people who have a current income right now outside of Social Security of over $100,000 a year. So that's a lot of money. And that's the money that's today coming out of the paychecks of the people who are making $50,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what's crazy about it. And part of why it's unsustainable, because we're going to be down to like every one senior is only going to be supported by like 5 or 6 working people. And that problem is only going to continue to get worse. And Medicare is even worse. I mean, like Medicare is only like half of the money that's paid out is actually collected in Medicare taxes. And that's exploding. The costs of Medicare are just insane because medical care has gotten so good and it's also gotten expensive and people are living so long. And so what happens when the quote trust fund runs out? So when like Social Security has ultimately collected less money than it has paid out. So when that like trust fund number goes to zero, not one, because we're already collecting less each year than we're paying out. But like when the total amount, when the trust fund goes to zero, that triggers in current law a 22% benefit cut for everybody who's on Social Security. So like Congress would have to take it, and that's currently projected to happen in 2032. So that's like soon.
Yeah, which would be...
I mean, that's like in the next presidency.
It would create the most disastrous domestic headlines probably that we've ever had.
So, I mean, Congress would have
killing old people, and actually there are old people who are on a fixed budget
right,
already.
So that would be for everybody, because we've shown zero willingness to say, like, maybe the wealthiest seniors should, like, have phased out benefits over the years or something. Or maybe over the years we should slowly raise the retirement
to do anything
age.
Like that.
But... And this is what I told you, is like that the problem is, and Congress is absolutely going to run right out in 2032 and pass a huge increase in the amount paid out. They're not going to let that.
By the way, I understood, comprehended, and talked back. You know, I was there for this. You said, this is what I told you. I know. But. So they're going to run out.
It's going to trigger under the current law an actual cut in benefits to everybody. Because we've shown no willingness to like do this.
Right. And that's going to be a problem.
But it's going to be a problem, and Congress is going to run out and they're going to override that. I'm sure they'll pass a law to pay out the seniors everything.
But they're going to have to raise money to do that.
But this is like not going to be sustainable forever.
Yes.
So somebody wrote a New York Times op-ed recently saying that the United States should just like default on their debt and F it. But like that also comes with a lot of problems because then you also can't borrow.
Right.
So then like, and right now we're collecting less money for stuff than we pay out. So there's not like a great plan to deal with any of this. And everybody refuses to do something about it. And like, I don't know. I know that like I get all the boomer hate when I raise the fact of how screwed this whole situation is. But like everybody screamed at Paul Ryan and said he was pushing grandma off the cliff and freaked out
George
and everything.
George W. Bush.
Yeah, because that was our chance way back when we were talking about in the Bush administration, like starting to phase some of Social Security into private retirement accounts or whatever. But now it's like too late because right now, if you start to phase like younger workers' money into other retirement accounts, you still have to come up with the money to pay the existing seniors because they're being paid out of the current tax collection.
Yes.
So if you start not putting young people's taxes towards that, then you're going to have to come up with that money from somewhere else. There's just like no answer anymore that's like the wonky answer. The numbers are too big and it's not really like sustainable. And so what I was saying to you earlier was that basically like at some point somebody's either going to have to do the like wonky hard cuts to the program where we like means test benefits or something, or there's going to be like blood in the streets and you're going to have like AOC and Hassan Piker and Nick Fuentes join together. The Gen Z, well, I know they're not Gen Z, they're millennials, but like Gen Z is going to like rise up and have the freaking terror with the guillotine for the boomers because like it's just not going to be sustainable to continue to pay out like $100 trillion more to the boomers while young people like are being laid off for AI.
And
like this is not.
We've taught young people to riot in the streets and burn stuff and destroy stuff and kill if they don't like the way the system is working. Like we've trained them. This is the Luigi Mangione of everyday young people that we're doing.
Yeah, but like. Look at the reaction to Luigi Mangione. Do you think, like, if you decide to start raising taxes on Gen Z when they're in their prime?
That's what I'm saying.
Years, yeah, like.
Now, there's one last part of your argument here. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what it is? The only possible way out of it, possibly,
is to grow out of it with AI.
Right. But we're not doing that because
the boomers also don't want the data centers built anywhere near their multi-million-dollar homes that they won't sell. So
on golf courses that take more water than AI data centers.
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, but yeah, that's only that something productivity AI like 10% economic growth is like the only possible way I see that we like are able to do
meanwhile, of course, we'll be borrowing on bended knee from the Chinese who will be the global kings of AI.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The numbers are, when you like actually start to look at it, are like somewhat breathtaking. And, you know, Splash in the chat says maybe we stop taking money from people who have to assume they'll get even a portion of that money back. What's crazy is that today's seniors, because we've refused to even consider possibly pushing up the retirement age a little bit, today's seniors are going to collect way more than they ever paid in.
Right.
In like nominal dollars, it's like 7 times more than they ever paid in.
What's it called in
when
Canada?
You like
Maids?
Account for medical assistance in dying. When you account for
we're going to call it
like interest and inflation and all that, they're collecting like 130% more than they paid in. But it's still like, it's so wild. The numbers are so breathtaking and they're so big. And yeah, like we're cracking down on fraud and all the like Somali fraudsters in Minnesota who are stealing, but they're stealing like tens of millions of dollars. They can't.
Yeah.
Over the next 30 years, Social Security has like a $20 trillion shortfall.
Yeah.
Like that's not like we can't. It's too much. Like when you start to look at it, you're like, oh wow, like we are so freaking screwed.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, let's do the chat, shall we?
All right, we still didn't get to talk about Gary, Indiana.
We will tomorrow. I didn't talk about it on Howie either, even though
it's in the Music Man, you know, Gary, Indiana.
Is that piece of crap you tried to show me a couple of years ago with the singing cowboy?
No.
What was that
That's Oklahoma.
Oh, God.
Why are you a classical musical theater hater?
It's not classical music. I don't like
It's classic musical
gay
theater.
musicals. Oh.
Golden Age.
Oh, kill me. Oh, God. Brian, kill me.
Hi, Steve from Merriman.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Abdul Syed. You know what they call the guy who graduated last in his class from medical school? Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, you effing moron. Thank you. Just fair warning. Although, given the way the BBP is run behind the scenes, no interns, no producer,
No kidding.
just
What?
Tom flying by the seat of his dirty pants.
Hey,
I'm going to load the chat up with nothing but swear words tonight. So you have to spend all your time trying to delete them out later on,
bastard.
post production, in response to that, albeit warranted, attack on me the other night. Fuck that. Here we go.
He wanted the meteor to come hit us.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Shit, why didn't I make that the title? Oh, that's right. Oh, and you freaking threw me under the bus.
Well, because he called
Backstabbing
in and said,
bastard.
send the meteor. And you said, yes, Tim, send the meteor.
That's what he was. You're an a-hole. Dickhead.
How am I an a-hole?
You know what? I took Tim Curry from you today. I'll take somebody else tomorrow. Okay? I have superpowers. Did you see me at the YMCA in Jamestown, North Carolina? Can do this all day.
Okay.
So happy to see Target be on the hot seat. Nothing but a piece of shit woke company. You know, at least Walmart doesn't pretend to be something they're not, whereas Target does. And personally, I can't stand that company. My son has worked there for many years. He likes working there. This summer, he worked 6 days out of 7. He's in college now. He banked a lot of money, but we looked into scholarships, but they do offer for their even hourly part-time employees.
Mm-hmm.
You either have to go to one of the schools out in wherever the headquarters is in East Bumfuck, Minnesota, and it's not like reputable schools, or it has to be for non-white employees. Yep.
Oh, my
You
God.
cannot be Caucasian or white because those are two different things. So you know what? Fuck you, Target.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Did you listen to or watch the Best Buy guy with the pronouns?
I heard it on the Howie Carr show.
You heard it? Okay. Well, maybe I should play it since I mentioned it. I'm sorry, Alice, to do this to you, but I think I should probably play it since I mentioned it. This is amazing. The audacity of this dude. The dude at Target who's, because somebody messes up with pronouns, he decides he runs corporate policy at Target. Let's see if I can actually. Here we go.
I just came here for a laptop, not for a bunch of nonsense and silly business. I mean, I'm not going to deal with this at all. So I just want to speak to the different manager, because you're not going to sell me a laptop because I'm not going to call. I just said, I said, thank you, sir, because he was going to get me a laptop that I was going to purchase, right? Yep. And then he turned around and said, I'm not going to sell you a laptop unless you call me a ma'am. Got it. And then you said that I wasn't able to even buy the laptop if I'm not going to be respectful. I just said, thank you, sir. That's a ma'am. Yep. And I said, thank you, sir, for getting me a laptop.
If you're willing to just... Hey,
no, I'm not willing to. Hey, I'm not going to say it's a mistake. Listen, I'm not going to play those games with you today. Okay. I'm here to purchase a laptop.
If you can't just admit a mistake...
it's not a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. That's it. You're going to grab me a laptop, man. Now, either if you're going to help me, then fine. Otherwise, just get me a different store employee even that is willing to just get the laptop for me so I can buy it, please. I didn't make a mistake, sir. I'm not doing this today, realistically.
Do you feel good recording this too?
Yeah, I am going to record it because I want to have it on video. I just feel like it. She has pronouns. It's a man.
So can you imagine, like, because you have a yellow reflector vest, deciding corporate policy for the Best Buy?
Right.
At the point of sale, like, this happening is becoming increasingly rare.
You have to think that Best Buy is not exactly like beating people back to buy things in their store, too.
Correct. Anybody who's not giping them, by the way, it's like, amazing.
Going back to that clip you played about that selectman berating the guy who had his dogs off leash. I just remember when I was walking my dog once and he was off leash. And he ran into a street that people tend to go drive down fast. And I yelled at the top of my lungs to get him to come back. I basically scared him. And one of my selectmen happened to be walking by on the other side of the street with his dog, of course, on a leash. And he had to just say, he's You should be on a leash. And I gave him, go fuck off. Now, Tom, this guy was on par with, you may remember this representative, some of the listeners may, John Bussinger, I believe, of like Alston or Brighton, a complete and utter village idiot, adult, a guy who one time left a Bic, like 39-cent blue pen at the Sports Depot and came back a day later to get it. We're talking this guy had the same level of intelligence. But you know what? I have to admit, he was right. I should have had my dog on the leash. But anyway, screw him. The dummy.
10-4. I'm right there with you. I miss the old Sports Depot.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in agreement that the guy probably shouldn't have had 4 dogs off leash.
Yes.
At the same time. But the rat behavior was just too much.
Fucking rats.
Hey guys, Andy in Cambridge, 5
Andy.
minutes east of Phoenix Landing. I really, really want to be there when Tom is subbing in for Howie.
Yes.
And the chump line figures out that he thinks AOC is a sex bot and that Taylor Swift is gross.
Well, hold on, Andy. First of all, I get attacked every time, including today, about the AOC comments I make, and it's all over the text line too, and people say hurtful things about me. I don't think Taylor Swift is gross. I think she's got a chipmunk head, and that's fine. She's got a gorgeous body, and she's very sensual, I think.
Why do you compare women to animals so much?
Because she looks like an animal.
But you call Reese Witherspoon dolphin face.
She looks like a dolphin face, and she's very attractive.
And you say, who is the one that you say is like bird looking? Penelope Cruz, maybe?
Oh, yeah, she looks like a bird. Absolutely. Birds are attractive. And who did I say you look like this morning, Alice? Or was it yesterday?
I don't remember.
Come on.
I'm sure it wasn't flattering.
Misa!
Oh, yes. You told me I look like Jar Jar Binks.
I said you look like an attractive version of Jar Jar Binks. So not at all like
it's not complimentary.
Yes, it is.
Even our son was like, Dad, that's really like not a neutral. Because you were like, saying somebody looks like Jar Jar Binks is neutral, and it's positive because I said you look like the attractive version of Jar Jar Binks. Yes, you're the
attractive Jar Jar.
And James was like, it's really not neutral to say somebody looks like Jar Jar Binks, Dad.
You know what? No compliment's ever good enough for you broads. You know that?
Because I still don't really understand that one. Chipmunk cheeks you keep saying about her?
She looks, it's not chipmunk cheeks. She looks like a chipmunk, Andy.
Chipmunks are known for fat cheeks, though. That's like what they look like.
Her head is a chipmunk head.
But no, Taylor Swift is a very hot piece of meat. Cheers.
I agree with that. And I also say, I just don't like her leotard either. It's so like disgusting to me. And her like hot red lipstick.
She doesn't always wear a leotard.
Her hot red lipstick is disgusting. She looks good in a bikini. That's all that's important to me. Right?
You need help.
Maybe I'll shut her out next time I'm on C-SPAN 2.
Alice, I want to thank you for defending me the other night from Tom's completely unjust attack on me.
How dare you?
And my accent. As you stated, it's not an impediment, although maybe at times it is because people...
Hold on, Tim. I did not attack you. I offered clarification to your great comments. And Alice denigrated me for it.
In a condescending way.
No, it was not at all.
I think you should play back the way you sounded.
I didn't. I sounded fine. I'll have it for tomorrow.
On me and my accent. As you stated, it's not an impediment, although maybe at times it is because people can't understand me. But maybe you'll understand this, Tom. You motherfucker. How about we throw you into a nuclear reactor? By the way, how rich was it last night? Tom chastising Alice for not getting part of the grift and being consultant when the night before, Alice didn't chastise Tom, but pointed out another missed opportunity in a lifelong trend of whoopsies by the BBP not filing for some PPP money.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why?
You'd be getting rounded up by Leah Foley right now.
I'd be on the lam, my friend. I'd be long gone. Stuff of legends. Stuff of legends. I'd be, you know where I'd be? Jamestown YMCA. Living my best life, finally. Away from all you people.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. What are your upcoming appearances, Tom? Where else can people catch you?
Well, one of the reasons why I did the shout out today was because it was in the 5 o'clock hour, which is a fun hour, a topsy-turvy hour, we call it in the show, Alice. Because the 5 p.m. hour of the Howie Carr Show is 5:05 Chump Line. And between that and my blathering on to it, that takes us to about 5:18. 5:18 to which people yell at me about. With 5:18 to 5:24, it's a break. But around there. So it's a big commercial break. 5:24, we come in and it's time to talk about the poll question. And I set that up by talking about the topic. Today's poll question was, who's done more harm to young people, Facebook or the Democratic Party, right? Mm-hmm. And then by that time, since the Chump Line's been going, I've got 1,000 great texts. So there's some great texts happening, which I'm loving. Today I didn't get to
the question was, what are you doing? When are you having upcoming appearances?
Okay. Well, the reason I'm telling you this is that because that 5 p.m. hour that's the hour to do it, because you get the fun Chump Line and then the poll question, and then you've got a backlog of texts, and those are fun because the people are so creative, like the chat. So then I'm unleashed at 35 after, and that's today when I had, during that break, I saw my cousin was texting me. Okay, so I am doing, it looks like I'll be doing this Friday at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Which is like ridiculous. It's like going to a wedding just when the cake's being served. It's a total win. So Howie does the hard part for 3 hours, and I get all the rewards. And the listener gets horribly punished by hearing that Howie's not going to validate their Chump Line messages. Instead, it's going to be me, which is terrible for them. But I'm sorry in advance to Howie's listeners. Okay, so where can you find that? You're going to be filling in for Howie at 5 p.m. on Friday on the Howie Carr Show. Howie Carr Radio Network. Okay. That'll be on WRKO and WGA and a whole bunch of affiliates. Okay. In a certain television station. C-SPAN 2? C-SPAN 2. Can we find you on C-SPAN 2? And that'll be from right here. So maybe, Oh, the dogs are going to be on C-SPAN 2? Dogs are going to be on C-SPAN 2. Children are going to be on C-SPAN 2. I'll have all sorts of stuff going on. I meant the fighting dogs. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Are we allowed to talk about that? How'd that happen? Oh, yeah. We've gotten serious pushback about the fighting dogs behind me from a candidate in Maine who's running for an office in Maine who has demanded that it come down, which has now essentially given Steve Robinson the resolve that not only will it not come down, but they're all getting one, and they're going to do shirts as well. And, you got to look out. When you're doing demands, you got to look out. We get that sometimes from the Maine Wire. Where we do get that sometimes where somebody will say, don't have them on again. Or they'll say, like, we need you guys to run this guy who has a polling agency in a polling app. We need you to run him through Mainwire TV. And it's like, every time they do that, I think, man, that was not a good email to send. You really should have thought that over, because Steve's going to flame you right now, or it's going to happen elsewhere. Any other appearances? That's it for now? I'll be on Mainwire TV tomorrow at 4 p.m., Friday at 4 p.m. I'm on the Burn Barrel. Why, am I somewhere else? No, I just was, because people always say that they don't know where they're going to find my friends at Newsmax. I was thinking about it, and we hadn't really promoted that you were going to be on C-SPAN 2. I don't promote the Burn Barrel podcast at all either, like I should probably. Your gym, too, can get a shout out. But I was asked yesterday to go on Newsmax to talk about the Lacey Casey, what's her name? Lindsay Clancy. Lindsay Clancy. Trial. But do you know anything about that? I do not. But you know what? I was too busy. Wow. Too busy. Had to refuse politely. That's where we are now, career-wise. That's where we are. America's preeminent fill-in. So you can catch Tom every day at 4 p.m. on Mainwire TV. You can catch him this Friday at 5 p.m. It was too when you picked me as a husband. Were you simply out of other options? No, weirdly, I wasn't out of options. Oh, what a fuck up that was. Oh. Thanks
guys. Have a good night.
C'est la vie.
You picked me as a husband. Were you simply out of?
Weirdly, I wasn't out of options.
Oh, what a fuck up. Dun, 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 dun.
Ice from these glaciers.
I don't know how true this is. Video that
It's crazy. It's absolutely
flooding.
crazy video. But to suggest that they know that it's climate change, and to suggest, in other words, it's man-made. Fuck you. In other words, it's man-made. Fuck you. Like, Jesus God, these people suck. They're such cancer.
Should like
On me the other night. Fuck that. Fuck that. Here we go.
he wanted the meteor to come hit us.
You know what? I took Tim.
So happy to see Target be on the hot seat. Nothing but a piece of shit. You know, at least Walmart doesn't pretend to be something they're not, whereas Target does. And personally, I do scholarships, but they do offer for their even hourly part-time employees.
Mm-hmm.
You either have to go to one of the schools out in wherever the headquarters is, and these bumfuck Minnesota, and it's not like reputable schools, or it has to be for non-white employees. Yep.
Oh my
You
God.
cannot be Caucasian or white because those are two different things. So you know what? Fuck. Fuck you, Target.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Did we play? Did you? Here we go.
I just came here for a laptop, not for a bunch of nonsense and silly business.
On the side of the street with his dog, of course, on a leash. And he had to just say, he should be on a leash. And I gave him, go fuck off. Go. Now, Tom, this guy was on par with, you may remember this representative, some of the listeners may.
Although maybe at times it is because people can't understand me. But maybe you'll understand this, Tom. You motherfucker. Tom chastising Alice for not getting part of the grift and being a consultant when the night before
Claimed that I could see into the gym.